Oh, hiya, honeys. Welcome back to my spooky little corner. For those that don't know me, I am Lady Mylita, and I bid you welcome. Okay, my darklings, I know. It's been like a month since I posted. I apologize. Just been busy. Nothing like really bad or anything. I've just been, you know, holidays, Christmas, New Year's, the new beau. Not that he's not encouraging me to film, because he absolutely is, but I don't know. I've just been like spending my free time with him instead of in front of the camera. So I apologize, darklings. I'm going to try to be better, and I do have some upcoming ideas. So cross my fingers that hopefully they will come through within the next few weeks, and hopefully you will all enjoy them as well. So for today, I am going to try out for the first time for me the Maybelline Fit Me face products. So I've got the Maybelline Fit Me a loose finishing powder, which you can find online for Maybelline Canada for $10.99, and I got it in shade 15 Light. I also got the concealer. This is the Fit Me. It is in shade 10 Fair, and it is $9.99 on the webpage. And then lastly, I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Normal to Oily Foundation. And it is in shade 105 Fair Ivory, and it is also $10.99 on the webpage. I will not lie though, darklings, I got it at Walmart on sale for like $7. So, but I'm on a few different makeup groups within Facebook land. There's a few of them I'm on. I don't really post often. I find a lot of makeup groups quite catty, but I enjoy seeing everybody's looks and what have you. So I am a member of those, and this is the foundation that a lot of people suggest at a lower price point. So I thought, you know, instead of just doing all these brand name expensive products, I want to try something a little inexpensive for my darklings that don't have quite the cash to spend on makeup, which really I don't either, but I indulge. So if that is something you would like to see, stay tuned and let's dive in. Okay, my darklings, here we go. I've started my eyes, as you can see. I am kind of cheating today. I'm doing 2 looks in one shot. So there will be 2 separate videos, one reviewing this, the foundations and what have you. And then there's going to be another one later on featuring the eyes. So keep an eye out for that. So I've already got that done. I'm not going to tell you the palette, obviously, because you're going to have to watch the video. But I will let you know which eye primer I used. I'm using the e.l.f. Eye primer in sheer today. So that's what's setting all this on. So let's get started with the foundations and see how these work. For primer today, I am going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And it's a very nice, inexpensive one. I find it just as good as the Tatcha Silk Canvas one, which it is kind of like a dupe for, so save your money. I will say though, there is the matte one, which I also use. If you guys watch my channel at all, you will know I use it as well, and I quite like it a lot. Like a lot. I think I like it the best out of the, I know there's a dewy one too, but your girl's oily, so she doesn't want to be dewy. She wants to be poreless and matte and beautiful. Okay. Okay, so I just got like a little beauty sponge. I'm not gonna lie, your girl is kind of on the cheap side. So I could go and get a beauty blender for 20 some odd dollars, but I'd rather go to the dollar store and pick one up for $2.50. And you know what? They may not be perfect, but they work pretty good. So we're going to start with the foundation first. And this is the Maybelline New York Fit Me Matte and Poreless. It's good for normal to oily, so that's what I was looking for because I'm an oily girl, so I want something that's going to cover that up. But also, I like the fact that it covers pores because I do have a lot of texture to my skin, especially pores and what have you. So I like the fact that it is. Again, I know I just told you, but I am picked up shade 105 and it is Fair Ivory. So we'll see how this works. All right, so it's just a glass bottle with a plastic top. Very old school. I'm so getting used to pumps. So I'm just going to pour a little bit out on my sponge. We'll start with that. Just kind of patch it on here and there. Okay. So I can tell right away that it is a thinner consistency than what I am personally used to. The high-end stuff tends to be a little thicker, but she's definitely thin. Not sure what the coverage this is supposed to be. Let's see. Pores. It doesn't say on here what finish it is, but by how it's applying, I'm going to say it's a light coverage. I'm hoping it's buildable because right now okay. Well, this is one layer. Yeah, she's definitely not a full coverage foundation. You can see it's not even really absorbing much into the sponge, which is surprising. So I'm going to let this sit for a second, and then let's try another layer and see how that looks, because I'm not really seeing much of a difference here. Really not seeing much of a difference. Yeah, she's very light, very sheer. So we're going to try another layer and see how that works. So I'm just going to test it. Feels pretty dry. Let's put on another layer. I feel like I'm using quite a bit too, like on the end of my sponge and stuff, but and I'm not a full coverage queen like some people are, so I don't think that is the case. Okay. Oh, she builds up nice though. She's looking, that looks so much better already. Okay. So I'm just taking my mirror just to kind of give it a look over. I actually think I did pretty good with the skin color match, especially buying at Walmart. It's not like I could test it on my skin or anything. All testers are kind of cut because of COVID, which makes sense. Okay, I'm definitely more pleased now that I've got that second layer on. I think she looks a little better. Actually does pretty good on the pores too. Okay, well that I'm a little happier now. I was a little worried there, but that looks good. Okay, so let's try the concealer. This is the Fit Me concealer. Because I figured we'd get the whole kind of line, so that way we're trying all of it. And again, this one is $9.99 and it is in shade 10 Fair. So let's just do what I normally do. It's got a nice doe foot. All right, I usually put some there. And any areas that need it, which there's a few. Not a lot is coming out on my applicator though, so it's gonna take maybe a bit more work. And again, I'm just going to use my Faux Pas Beauty Blender. Maybe that's not the right one. My beauty sponge. My beauty sponge I purchased from the dollar store. Okay. I think I'm going to add just a touch more underneath my eyes, but that looks pretty good. I have this red mole underneath this eye. I'm sure you girls, you darklings have noticed this. And so this is kind of where I judge my concealer, because if it doesn't cover that red mole, it's not enough. So we're going to just put on a second layer and we'll see how this goes. I don't want it to be cakey, but I want it to cover. So, me and my red mole of all colors to have underneath the eye. Why red? Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but it is still kind of there. Not extreme, but it took 2 layers though. But you can still see her. She looks a little purple. But that is a hard one to cover. Like, it really is. Not even gonna lie, it's a hard one. Okay, so what else I'm gonna do today, I have a thing for cream, like highlights and blushes and contour. So I figured I want to test it out before I put my powder on and see how it will hold up to other cream products. So I've got my cream contour by Fenty Beauty. It is the Cheeks Out and it is in shade Amber. So I figured we're going to play with this too, and we're going to see how this works, like how it will hold up. So for my contour, I have these little brushes I like to use. You can tell it's my contour brush. But I can't even remember. It's a unicorn horn, but it's a nice kind of angled brush. So I just kind of swirl on, get it nice. And then I just kind of go along my jaw. Just kind of stipple her in. But this is like my perfect contour. I find a lot of contours that make me look orange because I have this kind of pink complexion. So sometimes when I use like a bronzer or a contour shade, I just find I look orange. I don't want to look orange. I'm a pale gothy beauty. I don't want to look orange. So I found this one and I quite like it. But I don't like go heavy on it. I try not to. You see some people and they contour like to the gods, which if that's what you're into, by all means, loves contour to the gods. But I just like a little along the cheek line just to kind of show it off a bit more. Now I don't mind if it looks a little heavier because usually my powder will take it off a bit. So, and I just like to do my jawline a bit too. Just a little dark on that side. Put a little more here. Okay. I know it looks dark, but it will work out. Okay. And so then for blush today, we're going to use our Fenty Beauty cream blush. It's Cheeks Out, and this is called Crush on Cupid. And she's like cute little kind of warm pink. And usually for like the blushes, I like to use a kabuki brush. I just find they kind of pick up the pigment really nice. And then you can kind of stipple it. Again, if it's a little bright, I don't mind, because usually the powder will take that, like, the brightness off. Same with the contour. If it looks a little dark, that powder will take it off. Okay, so I'm going to look with my mirror here. And it looks like the foundation's stuck underneath it, which is what I was hoping for. Sometimes when you're doing the cream ones, the foundation will come off when you're applying it. So that's always a kind of a test for me to see how well the foundation will wear. So now for the powder, again, I got the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, and it is in shade 15 Light. So let's see. So it just, oh my, okay. And there is a sticker, yeah. Oh, sticker. Okay, so normally how I would do is I would pour it into the lid, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Like I would use any powder. Then I'm going to use one of my little Morphe Jeffree Star sponges. And I like these for applying the powder underneath my eyes. So that way I can kind of set it in particular. And go on. I also will take it and just kind of really press it in like any areas that I get a lot of oils, perhaps, like my nose. Because yeah, I get oils in my nose. And I find my smile lines are usually the first thing that breaks with my foundation. So I will just take it and apply that. Just like that. All right, and then I'm just going to put some more in here. So I get it all over my shirt. And then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush. This is one of my quill ones. And we'll just dust the rest. And as you can see, I hope you can see, but adding the powder really changes the shade of your contour and your blush. It's different when you're using like a powder product versus a cream product, but I always find if I go a little dark or heavy with it, I'm not as concerned, right? Because it looks a little paler. This powder seems nice. It seems pretty light on the skin. It is tinted though. And I noticed putting it, especially under my eyes, it looked a little more yellow than what I would prefer. I maybe should have tried a different shade. It looks a little too yellow for me, so that's disappointing. But again, it's nice, it's light, it goes on, it went on really well. So we'll have to see how it sets. And obviously I'm not going to be able to tell you in like just one sitting. It's going to be something I have to kind of play with a bit. But it did take the 2 applications with the foundation and the concealer. So it may be more for a light day and you don't want to wear so much, but we'll see. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and finish the rest of this beautiful face, and I will be right back. Okay, here we are, my lovelies, with our finished look for today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm quite feeling myself today. Whew. This look is giving me serious vibes. Okay, so to finish our look today, for our brows, we used our e.l.f. products. This is our Lock On Liner in medium brown, and this is our Wow Brow Gel, also in medium brown. For eyeliners today, for our liquid eyeliner, we're using our Glam Light calligraphy pen. Give that a nice sharp wing. And for our waterline, we are using Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil in the shade Legends. For mascara, we are using Benefit Cosmetics Bad Gal Bang in black. And we are also using from Glam Light our Michelada lashes This is in the style Fiesta. And if you are wondering what lash glue I tend to use, I actually use the Strip Lash Adhesive by Kiss. You can pick it up pretty inexpensively at any Walmart, and it does seem to hold even like the most extreme lashes. For highlight today, I am using Milk Makeup Holographic Stick in the shade Supernova. And for lips, finally, we are using Jeffree Star Cosmetics Lip Liner in the shade Scorpio. And then to follow it up, I'm not actually wearing the shade Scorpio lipstick, although it is one of my favorites. I am using the shade Sagittarius. And I really like this because it is actually a little bit of a lighter shade than Scorpio, not quite so gray. So it's giving it almost like a natural kind of ombre look. I'm quite liking it. Okay, so how do I feel about the foundation? So let's have a boo with my mirror. Now there is a reason why I use this highlighter in particular, because it is a stick and it is like kind of like my contour and my blush. It is a cream product. So I wanted to try it on top and see if it would disturb my foundation or my powder at all. So let's have a quick look. No, it does not look like it's disturbed anything, although I will admit I am starting to see some breakage in my laugh lines. Again, that is a very common spot, and I am noticing a little bit of lining underneath my eyes. Also very common. I am pushing 40. It's not like I'm a spring chicken no more. But other than that, it does look good. It did take some building up though. For me, I like more of a medium coverage versus a light. I found this very light. So for me, I needed 2 passes with it. Now, if you don't like a lot of foundation, this is probably perfect for you because you could just do 1 pass and have a nice look. For me, I did use 2, but it was very buildable and it does look like it has covered most of my redness. Same can be said with the concealer. It did take 2 passes and you can still see a bit of the redness on my mole there. Not a lot. She looks more of a purple, but she's still there. But other than that, it looks good. The powder I did find did oxidize a little bit on my skin. It did change the color a bit, but at the same point in time, it didn't change it so much where I look funny or I look orange or what have you. But perhaps if I had gotten a shade lighter, it wouldn't look quite as bad. In my opinion, maybe on your end on YouTube world, it looks great, but to me, it looks a little darker than I would like. But again, we will have to do a wear time test to really truly try it out. But I'm getting some lines already, so that's not a good sign. But perhaps it just needs a different primer underneath it. You never know. You gotta play. Right, ghouls? You gotta play. That's what makeup's about. It's about playing. As always, my dark ones, you know where to find me. I am on Instagram and Facebook under Lady Mylita. And I am very sorry for the hiatus. I can't believe it was a month. But I'm going to try and be back more frequently. I hope you all had wonderful holidays. That Santa Claus was good to every little darkling out there. I hope you were all staying safe. The coronavirus seems to be getting worse and worse. It doesn't seem to be getting any better, sadly. So please stay safe. Please use your brain before you do things. We want to see 2022 and 2023. So please be smart and use your brains. And I will be seeing you all soon. Thank you for hanging out in my corner with me. Goodbye, my darklings.